And this is a rematch you guys fought before, and I forget the exact interview, but you've mentioned how like the first fight, you feel like because of the nature of the fight, because of the injury, you feel like it wasn't, I guess, a legitimate result. Like you feel like
Yeah, it was. I can't even believe they count that as like a full-on win. I'm on top of the dude throwing hammer fist when my shoulder dislocates. Like, if there's a doctor stoppage deserving win of or like loss, that's it. Like they counted it as like a TKO, or like I saw the UFC post that Brandon Moreno knocked Brandon Royval out in their first out. I'm like, who the fuck writes these things? I'm like, where are you guys coming up with this shit? Because like, I'm literally on top of homeboy, hammer fisting him. My shoulder dislocates. He pops up and he's like, looked at the ref like, what the fuck just happened? And then all of a sudden gets on top of me and then finishes the fight with like 1 second left. It's like, I mean, credit to him. Maybe he won the round, but that being said, is like I don't think that should count as a TKO or a knockout. It's fucking crazy.
So do you count it as a loss?
Fuck no.
And I guess how much did it sting the fact that like you went in there and you felt like you weren't able to perform just because of an injury? Has it been kind of annoying to deal with? I guess that loss, and are you happy that you're getting this rematch because you get to redeem yourself now?
Yeah. It's just a chance to just show what could happen, and that's really what I want. It's just an opportunity to show and showcase what I can do. I went in there in that fight knowing the possibilities of my shoulder being dislocated. I was severely compromised. Since I got signed to the UFC at that time, like my shoulder kept getting hurt, like, and it was affecting training. It was affecting everything I was doing in my like daily life. Like it was bad. So, but I was on a roll. I was 2-0. I just beat 2 top 10 opponents. I just got signed to the UFC, and they gave me the #1 contender, Brandon Moreno. I was like, all right, let's roll this dice. Everything's worked out so far. Might as well keep going with it. I mean, in that situation, it was just like I knew what I was getting myself into, and I was hoping for the best, and never dislocated during a fight or anything like that. And I kept my training to like a bare minimum, so I wasn't dislocating it as often. So, yeah.
Just so this is not a rematch for you. That too shouldn't be there.
I mean, I guess it's a rematch because we have faced before, but it's just like I just don't like the captions where it's like Royval got knocked out. It's like, who the fuck wrote that? Like, why are you guys writing that? That's if you see like what happened, it's like clearly not what happened at all. But it is what it is, and like I guess that's the storyline, and I guess that's what I get to change, right?
Thank you. Good luck.
Brandon,
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
After, behind, here, to your right.
I was like, am I right?
Yeah, you're right. After what happened in the first fight, do you feel to have the need of having closure this Saturday?
I definitely have the want. I don't think I have the need to do anything. I just think it's a good opportunity. If someone else was the #1 contender, that's who I'd be chasing, and that's the opportunity I'd be chasing for sure. But it's more of just a want, It's that I want to. And then Brandon Moreno he got the #1 right next to his name, and that's what I want, and that's what I'm going for. I'm chasing the opportunity more than anything. This is another dude in front of me, and the possibility of making my dreams come true. And what else would I be doing with my life? I'm not trying to make my dreams come true at all times,
Thank you.
Over here, Brandon. Welcome to Mexico.
Thank
you
you.
already shared with us your joy and your happiness to being here in Mexico City, but we know that people in U.S. Came to Mexico to compete in any sport you say to me, with one disadvantage, with one thing that they get the importance, the attitude of the CDMX. How are you dealing with that problem? Because we already know that many sportsmen constantly suffer with the theme of the altitude, the missing of breathing. How are you dealing with that during your training and during the preparing for this fight? Thank you.
I grew up and I live in the Mile High City, Denver, Colorado. I live at altitude. I live at 6,000 feet pretty much, and then I go and train every weekend up at 8,000 feet. So this is nothing to me. This is actually something that I welcome. I'm no stranger to altitude. I live in altitude, and this is something that I think is actually more of an advantage for me than anything.
Brandon, right here. Welcome to Mexico.
Thank you.
Just a quick question. Has there been any mental preparation for this fight? It's going to be 20,000 people. The Mexico City crowd is not hostile physically, but voicely, like it's very loud, it's very hostile. Just anything about the focus going in, doing the walkout, or any simulations for you to go?
Yeah, just a lot of visualization is really all I could do. I guess I could get people to boo me at my gym or something like that, but I don't think 20 people is going to make a difference in my head. But just a lot of visualization and stuff like that. It's just kind of seeing the walkout, seeing the situations, all that. And I do that no matter what.